One of the biggest challenges for most golfers is when they arrive to a daunting tee shot, and this is anything but such. The 18th hole here at Christmas Island, we've got some exposed rock, we've got a lot of shrubs, we've got some coconut trees, we can't see the fairway, we've even got some crabs down on the ground. Now this is a truly unique experience, and if this is a shot that you're struggling with, you can't focus in, you can't execute on command, well, stay tuned. This video is really going to help. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Kerrod here, Island Tips at Christmas Island Golf Club. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to execute those daunting tee shots where you're really nervous over the golf ball. You're not confident in going through your normal process, your normal routine, and executing a shot on demand. Now, especially this one here, the 18th hole, we might have a really good game of golf going. And all we need to do is send this golf ball over this rock face in front of us, thread it over, and it's a huge, wide open fairway. But really, the images in front of us tend to build levels of arousal, levels of anxiety, and it makes it really challenging to execute. Now, first of all, this is a big conversation around mindset and tactics. And an understanding here is even though we have this trouble directly in front of it, it doesn't have to define this shot. The best way to think about any shot when it's really challenging in front of you is to remove yourself from the immediate position. The way that I do that is I imagine I am standing on the tee, but I'm looking at myself from a bird's eye point of view. And the benefit of doing this is it removes yourself from looking at these obstacles in front of us. If you imagine that you're standing on this tee box, but you're looking at yourself from above, well, you can't see what is in front of you. All you can actually see is past these shrubs out in front of us, there is a big, wide open fairway. And at the end of the day, every golf shot is exactly the same from one situation to the next. What makes it more challenging or less is the obstacles in front of us and how we respond to that in our mind. So when I'm setting up to this golf ball, I'm not thinking about potentially what could go wrong here. What I'm thinking about is what I would like to achieve. And I know that if I clear these obstacles, and I know if I clear this rock face, clear these shrubs, my ball has all the room in the world to land on that big wide open fairway. Just because there's a bit of a trouble 100 meters in front of us doesn't necessarily mean that this whole shot is challenging. So when you remove yourself from this position, you look at yourself from a bird's eye point of view, it really puts this whole shot into perspective and actually makes it a fair bit easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through my little process that I would do in this situation. I'll try and avoid the crab here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my initial start line. Now I know the fairway is directly over this rock face in front. So I've got to clear the rock face, clear the shrubs, and then I literally have 3 football fields worth of room to land my golf ball. And I'm quite confident that the height that I hit my driver can clear that. Now, if you generally hit it quite low with your driver, well, don't use driver. Use something like a 3-wood or a hybrid just to make sure you get the loft. Because at the end of the day, if we can get over this trouble in front of us, well, it's going to make the next shot considerably easier. So standing back and behind, I'm drawing a visual line from where I want to get my ball started. I know my club face is the primary determinant of start line, so I need to make sure my club face is aiming in the correct direction. And I'm picking an intermediate target just in front in which I'm going to get my club face aligned to. So when I set up here, I'm then tracing my eyes over this initial start line of the rock that I'm in front. Now, as I set up to this golf ball, I'm thinking, once again, I'm removing myself from this actual shot. I'm thinking about myself from a bird's eye point of view. If I'm in that situation where I'm feeling nervous, it's a great way to shift your mindset from one of pessimism into optimism and can really help you hit some better shots as a result. So as I stand back and behind, I'm confident about my execution. I've got my initial start line. I'm thinking about myself from a bird's eye point of view. I know I can execute this shot. I'm going to go through my process, feeling very good about this. Let's see how we go. Straight over the top of where I was intending to get it. That felt incredibly good off the club face, and I'm going to be right in the center of the fairway. So whenever you're faced with these daunting tee shots, don't let the obstacles in front really get to you. Think about yourself from a bird's eye point of view, and it can make a world of difference to your ability to execute on command when needed. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, please go down below, click subscribe, click that little bell. But until next time, I'm Kerrod. Thanks for watching.